Hi guys, this is Val from valkayink, and it is time for another Sentai Super Sale haul. Let's get into it. First and foremost, I finally have Uda Prince, and this is Uda Prince Sama R and Uda Prince Sama LS. Now, the only reason I didn't collect these before is because I completely forgot to pick up 1 and 2, the first 2 seasons of Uda Prince. So, if anyone is selling those, let me know. I have a couple of friends that said they might have extra copies. But yeah, I completely forgot to pick up Uda Prince in previous sales, and I'm kind of kicking myself for it. Kind of wish I had the first 2 seasons. But now I have R and LS. I might get lucky and find like a copy later. It's just they went out of print in a way I didn't expect. It was kind of quiet. Or if someone said something, I certainly didn't notice. But I really did want to have all of Uda Prince, and now at least I have these. This fourth set has weird art. This must have something to do with the season that I'm not familiar with. But yeah, Uda Prince. I started watching it a long time ago, was like, I'll get back to the rest of this later, got busy with life and never finished it up. But Uda Prince is fun. It's just good boy band idol anime. Similar to like Idolish 7, and I really like Idolish 7, so definitely need 1 and 2, but at least I got 3 and 4 for $1. All the DVDs in this haul were $1, so that'll explain why I got them. And maybe with a couple of them I'll explain like why I waited on them. And some of them I have no explanation, I just have them now. But yes, Uda Prince I actually like. Next up we have one that I honestly never expected to buy. This is Hamatora, the animation, and this is Re-Hamatora Season 2. And the reason I stayed away from Hamatora for so long is because, from what I understand, the timelines are messed up on purpose, and I kind of can't stand when stories or when anime does this. If it's done well, I don't mind, and I actually like it. My problem is with a jumbled storyline, sometimes it's just too confusing. And I feel like, oh, I'm being led astray on purpose, and I don't remember if I'm supposed to know this, or was I supposed to remember that, you know, stuff like that. But Hamatora, basically, from what I understand, just, you know, from hearing about it out in the wild, this is like a cafe that secretly runs as a detective group. Very Persona, very should be up my alley. So yeah, I actually forgot I ordered this, because so many times I would go into the sales, see Hamatora, and be like, do I want to invest the time to try and figure out this timeline in this? And then skipped on it. Now I have it. Now I can actually sit down and figure it out. And you guys can maybe tell me in the comments, maybe the timeline thing isn't as big a deal. But yeah, finally I have Hamatora. I do like this art style. This is very cool. I love this like heavy black shadows, bright colors. Very cool looking. Next up, I always looked at this whenever I was on Sentai, but never really dove into it. Sabagebu? Sabagebu. Why is that hard for me to say? Survival Game Club. So this, I just love how cutesy everything is, and then it's like, yay, guns! This is Survival Club, which means it's kind of like I guess a gun club, or something to that effect. It's basically about a girl that constantly is moving and switching schools. She's the new girl everywhere, and then she goes to a school, I think it's called Aogiri School? I can't find it, but she basically runs into a club that, where all the members use guns. And, you know, other than that, I don't know anything. I just think the concept is funny. I looked at this many, many times throughout sales, and, you know, it was $1, so finally I bought it. It actually looks really cute, like looking at it, opening up the art. This looks like it might be really fun and silly. And as someone who does go to a firing range, I want to see what the gun thing is about in this. So, yeah. Sabagebu. Why is that hard for me? Anyway, if you guys know anything about this one, let me know in the comments. At least it looks like it's going to be fun. Strawberry Marshmallow. So this is another one that I've constantly seen on Sentai and never picked up for myself until now. Both of these were only $1. And I think there's been a couple of times where this has been like out of stock and coming back. So I figured this was a good time to buy it. This is about an older sister that is hanging out with her younger sister and her younger sister's friends. She kind of watches over them. This is supposed to be very cutesy feel good. I've never really seen anybody talk about it in depth, but I figured why not pick it up. It sounds like it'll be nice. I like sister stories. I don't have a sister, so they're interesting to me. I hope it's very sweet and nice and innocent. We'll see. But yeah, it looks like a good series, and I figured, you know, this is the time to get it. I've always kind of had an eye on it, so, and for $2 to get both a series and an OVA, it's just worth it. This is Loco Doll. Loco Doll is about of course, for whatever reason, Sentai always has idol things. And this is about a town that needs to like drum up some more tourism. So they audition these local girls to become their idols. So that's why they're Loco Dolls, they're local idols. Other than that, I don't know anything. I don't know, it just looks like it's a cute little idol show. When these are done well, I really like them. Sometimes they're boring, sometimes they, you know, are dark, but this one looks like it's going to be a nice one. So that is Loco Doll. I can't remember if I kept putting this in and out of my cart in other sales, but for $1, yeah, getting it this time around. This is Komugi R Nurse Witch Complete Collection. Here is the art. I'm not gonna lie, I bought this because she's cute. I like this design. It's dumb and funny. And I think this is based on an older OVA and series. Let's see, from the classic OVAs of Soul Taker. Okay, there we go. And this is kind of like a reimagining or a newer, updated version. This is about an idol that gets magical powers, and that is as far as I know. But like, this style is really clean and nice. Really bright colors. Never really thought twice about this one, but since I was picking up all the dollar ones I could, I went with this one. I'm hoping it's just a nice little idol magical girl series. I love a good magical girl series, so yeah. Normally I wouldn't go for this, but you know what? It was $1. Again, you're gonna hear me say that over and over and over again. But what do you think of this design? I think she's cute. And next is Soft Tenny. I had this in the cart, out of the cart, in the cart, out of the cart, the whole time I was buying this particular order. I normally never gave this one a second thought, but as you guys will see on these like little back pictures, I think this is half a sports girl show, or maybe disguised as a sports girl show, but more so for like a panty show. It looks like it's kind of that kind of humor. And honestly, that's why I'm giving it a shot. From reviews I saw that this is supposed to be really funny, and I'm okay with that. Normally I don't gravitate towards this kind of stuff, but if it's funny, yeah, okay, I'll give it a shot. Have you guys even seen this? Some of you must have. I was just curious because I never hear anyone talk about this. I'm sure it's one of those things where people are like, yeah, it's there and whatever, and that's why I don't really hear much more about it, but yes, here is Soft Tenny. Cute designs. I don't think I'll watch this anytime soon, so don't, you know, get excited. I have way more things, even just in this box, I would rather watch first than get to Soft Tenny, but here it is, for $1, I have Soft Tenny. Next up is one that I've always just kind of been curious about and never really had a reason to get until now. This is Glass Slip, and here is this cover art. This is about a girl in a small town who has a really close friend group. She is going to become a glass blower like her family. I guess they have a glass blowing place. And things start to change in her life when she starts seeing premonitions in the glass reflections. And that's a really interesting premise. I'm kind of surprised I don't hear more about this show in particular. Maybe I just haven't had my ear in the right places. But yeah, this is Glass Slip. I always thought I would pick this up in other sales, and for whatever reason, something else beat it out. I don't know, this could be really good. I like that she has chickens. I think that's cute. But yeah, this should be a fun little show as well. I don't know if it's like secretly dark or anything like that, but this is just one of those, I'm willing to try that for $1. You know, maybe it's just what it is and no one spoke more about it because of that, but yeah, Glass Slip. Here's one that I meant to buy in the other sale, my other Sentai super sale that I completely forgot I ordered from, but this is Wandaba style, and I like these little outfits. They're cute. I was gonna buy this. I don't know why I didn't. But I've been watching other people's like Sentai sale hauls, and quite a number of people were like, hey, you might want to get this one. It's actually pretty good. It has terrible reviews online, so I think that's why a lot of people stay away from it. It's why I didn't initially buy it. But hearing quite a few people say like, hey, this is actually a fun show. Like, it's got something to it. This is about building a rocket ship, I think, and about girls going to space. It's like the first idol group to go into space, I think is the premise. Something to that effect. But I heard it's actually quite fun. It's supposed to be wacky, as it says up here, wacky science fiction series. And I just thought the concept was interesting. So after hearing, you know, a little bit of interest drummed up about this, I bought this one. Again, $1. Next up, one that I actually wasn't going to buy, but this is Wizard Barristers. I don't know if you guys remember a while ago there was a screenshot of like just the worst looking backgrounds in an anime series. They were just like two concrete blocks and then all this action happening. That's from this series. And what I've heard from people is that this had like some very strange things happen behind the scenes, and it's got some amazing effects animation, but the rest of it is just like poor. I don't know how true that is. That's just the rumor I heard. Looking at it, like this art just looks like another average series. I mean, it's quite nice, in fact. I kind of wanted to dive into this myself. I've heard this is not good. But again, I kind of want to see it for myself. I think, you know, it looks interesting just from holding a physical piece. But what is going on with this frogman? We'll see. Again, quite like soft henny. I don't know when I'll ever get to this, if this is worth, you know, bumping up in my need to watch list. But I just wanted it so I have it. And if someone gives me a very good reason to watch it, I will. Sometimes I do like watching animation where it's so jank, you're kind of like, how did they get away with selling this? But I don't know, that might be a little too harsh. I haven't seen this myself, so that's Wizard Barristers. As far as the plot and the premise, I actually don't know. I don't know. There's something about magical powers. But, hey, maybe I end up liking it. I've been known to like Stranger Things. Next up, this is a double feature film that I have been meaning to get for the longest time. This is Quocent in 5 numbers. Quocent. The first one is about a future kind of storyline where a kid goes to visit like a 21st century city, I think, or school or something to that effect. And they start getting chased by like these random strange men and a talking deer. Look at this deer. Other than that, I don't know what's going on there. 5 numbers is supposed to be like a prison escape story. So, I don't know. This has always caught my eye, and I thought, man, when I need to fill out an order to get free shipping, I'll get that. Literal years have gone by and I haven't picked it up. Finally, this time around, I have it. I have it now. It is here. When will I watch these? I have no idea. I like this deer, though. But I wanted to see it. I kind of like these weird random anime movies. Sometimes I actually end up falling very much in love with them, and sometimes they're just kind of fascinating on their own. So this features 2 movies for $1. You can't beat it. The sale is over right now, but guys, keep your eyes open for the Sentai holiday sale. I imagine some of these will still be available and for very cheap in the holiday sale coming up. Next up, we have this beautiful cover, and this is for the Utapri Magi Love Kingdom movie. I figured since I was picking up a couple of the seasons, why not get the movie as well? And this is really cool because it has the movie itself, the karaoke edition where you can sing along if you know all the songs, and then the special edition, special features. So, that is that. I think this was only $10, and I've been wanting to watch this one for a while, so finally decided to pick it up, have it. Again, if anyone has the DVDs or even the Blu-rays of 1 or 2 that they're selling for Utapri, I'm interested. So that's Utapri. Next, one I've been meaning to see for the longest time. This is The Garden of Words. This is from Makoto Shinkai. I like his films. And I just want to show you guys this gorgeous art on the disc. I think I almost have all of the Shinkai films now. I have to double check on a little checklist I have, but yeah, Garden of Words. Been meaning to pick this one up out of Sentai for the longest time. Finally in this sale I have. All of the Blu-rays in this that I'm showing you are either $5, $7, or $10. I think this was one of the $10 ones. Here is, I think, one of the $5 ones. This is Sagrada Reset. And this is an interesting concept, with a gorgeous cover, by the way. Partially bought this because this cover is striking. I like this art a lot. This is about a girl who has the power to rewind time, but she doesn't remember anything. And alongside that, she finds a boy who can go back in time with her, and he actually remembers things, but he can't control the time itself. So it's supposed to be like they can work the system together, which is an interesting take on the time travel kind of aspect of it. It just looks pretty, and I don't really know much else about it. 24 episodes though, so decent length. Do you guys know anything about this series? I'm actually really interested in it, and don't have much else to say because that's all I know about it. It looks pretty, and I'm interested what the story comes with that kind of dynamic. Here's one I've been meaning to get for a while. This is Amagi Brilliant Park. I've been meaning to watch this for the longest time because, again, I love kind of weird work environments. Something like a theme park sounds like a lot of fun. And there's something so funny about people who have to be in these costumes that are kind of apathetic to the job. So this is Amagi Brilliant Park. I remember a lot of people liking this when this first came out. And I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen it because I've been meaning to for so long. And it's just a nice environment. Like, I like all the costumes that they seem to have. Like, I think she's supposed to be a princess in the park and stuff like that. So yeah, Amagi Brilliant Park. I feel like this comes in and out of stock quite a bit, so I was worried about it going out of print. But yeah, just another one that I've been meaning to get and finally have. Next up, we have Food Wars. And yes, they do have the gorgeous, like, Food Wars limited edition sets. I'm interested just in having the standard episodes and editions here. This is season 1. I'm kind of worried about, you know, if any of these were to go out of print, season 1 would go to print first. This was only $10, $14? I don't know, 10 I think, in the sale, so I got it. I've watched a bit more Food Wars. I really like Food Wars. But I'm a big fan of, like, the classic Iron Chef and stuff like that, so it's really not surprising that I'm into this series. I think it's so over the top and silly, in a way that's fun. Yeah, Food Wars. I will slowly work towards getting the rest of the seasons. I think there's like, what, 5 seasons now? Gosh, I'm going to try to only pick them up when they're on sale, but season 1, have it. Just wanted to make sure that I do start collecting this one. Next up, this is Venus Wars. Again, put this also on the list of, man, I've been meaning to watch this for the longest time. This, of course, is about a comet hitting Venus and changing, kind of terraforming the environment so it's habitable. And this is about humans going there and a war breaks out. A war, a battle, I'm not sure the scale of it. Why is this Blu-ray so tight? There we go. I had to get that open because I want to show you guys this gorgeous disc art. Yeah, just one that I've always heard about. Some people say this is the most boring thing. Other people say this is the most amazing thing. What do you guys think of Venus Wars? I'm just happy to have it in my hands. I can finally watch it for myself. Definitely one of the ones I want to watch sooner rather than later. Here is another one. This is Devil's Line. My friend Gigi from Anime Palooza and my friend Dylan from Dynamic Dylan have both recommended this to me. Devil's Line. I had the option to buy like the limited edition box, but I kind of decided to go with the cheaper, just standard version, just because I was trying to make this as cheap as possible. Yeah, I didn't succeed, but there we are. This is the complete collection of Devil's Line. This is a vampire story. I don't know much about it. I kind of want to go into it blind. I've heard that that's the way to go. Here we go. 12 episodes and the OVA, and some very beautiful disc art. So that's Devil's Line. I have it now. And the last one, this is BPS, Battle Programmer Shirase. Shirase, yes. This is the complete collection. This is a very bare bones release. This was only $5, and it was constantly in and out of stock on Sentai. And I knew nothing about this. I looked up reviews, and people were like, this is actually pretty good. And something worth picking up, because it's one of those unique little anime. This is about a hacker who's very unassuming, and it's kind of about his life, I think. and how he meets another hacker, I'm guessing. I don't know the major points of this. I just know that it has very good reviews for something that, you know, I didn't hear too much about. So $5 for this one. Picked it up, finally. So that is everything out of this particular haul. I forgot that I actually got this many Blu-rays. Here we go. Blu-rays. This is everything. What did you guys think of this particular haul? Did you guys get anything out of the Labor Day sale? I'll just slowly pack things in. Here we go. Out of everything here, I think maybe Venus Wars and Amagi Brilliant Park are probably what I want to watch sooner. But if you guys are like, hey, you got that and you need to watch it, just let me know down in the comments. I love talking to you guys about this stuff. Sorry that this is such a long video. I don't know if you guys like the longer or shorter videos. I guess it depends what I'm talking about, but I thought it'd be interesting just to see everything out of this box all at once. So, that is everything out of this haul. I just wanted to say hi to all my subscribers. You guys rock. Thank you for watching this. If you are just randomly here, you are very welcome to stay. And I just want to say I hope you guys are all safe and doing well. And let's talk about anime in the comments. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.